Nice.
Well, welcome to Alabama.
Thank you so much.
It's
Of
beautiful.
course.
It's
Yeah.
so pretty.
It's so pretty.
Thanks, guys.
And we did have some questions. Aubrey, do you want to go first? By the way,
Yeah.
this is Aubrey
Hi.
Hello.
and Misty,
Aubrey
and
Misty.
they're off camera,
Yeah,
but we have
hi.
Rita and Rebecca.
Cool.
My first question is, as an author of a fantastical book, how do you feel about seeing like fan art on Instagram or on TikTok in general? And then my second part of my question for that is, if you do like it, is there any that you've seen of yours that you like, oh yeah, that totally hits?
Oh, I do love it. I think it's hard now with so much AI usage. Because I especially when it comes to art, I know AI really scrapes real artists' work. So
Yeah.
I want to be like careful not to be supporting work that's been generated. But I love fan art so much. And there's a gal in a Facebook group I'm in, and she made this really beautiful like watercolor portrait of the tour. And then with a kind of the back of Vera sitting, oh my gosh, Otto, you're being so needy. Of Vera sitting down at the bottom of it, facing up. And I think that was really cool. I think that might have been the first piece I saw, and it was just like, oh my God.
And I had questions about Vincent because, in the story, like before she went back to Camelot, she was so lonely because people would forget her, except
On
for
purpose.
Vincent.
Merlin did say in this book that he made the Vincent remembering her possible.
Okay.
So that is what we know.
Oh. But I wonder
Because she
why.
was in a very low moment in life, like her lowest.
And maybe it can have
Like she was going to off herself a little
Maybe
bit.
that was the magic
real low.
ingredient of her not.
It was real low.
Bring her back.
So
to-
you're saying that might be the magic ingredient
Maybe that's what I think in my mind.
that
That could be right. She kind of survived because she knows what it's like to
Yeah.
love and be loved. Maybe. I don't know.
Mhm. So why she survived and the other Veras
Yeah.
didn't.
Merlin and Arthur think that she's the strongest Vera because she's loved and lost.
Yeah.
And so is Arthur.
So
I
maybe
love
we're-
hearing the discussion. It's so good.
and
I feel like at some point he said she was the strongest.
Yeah, he did.
Version.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I mean, she does go running, y'all. I mean, there's
Yes.
She does train.
that.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Well, there's going to be, I'll just tell you guys, so far, everything can change because publishing is weird.
Yeah.
But at this point, the plan is for the announcement for the date and a cover and title reveal on April 29th.
Yay.
Right up.
That's exactly what I was going to ask next.
That's
I was
what
going to
I
say,
heard.
when do we get a cover reveal? Because this
Yeah.
is gorgeous.
beautiful.
This is
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Are you working
It's
with the same artist?
Yeah, it's the same artist, and we're kind of doing like a different color scheme. And I'm excited about it. It's really coming together.
It's three, right? It's a
Yeah,
It's a
trilogy.
trilogy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm gonna have to have the set. I
They're
have to
gonna
have.
look pretty.
It will look
Yes.
pretty. So, speaking of, any talks with some of the like Fairy Loot or Owl Crate or any of those people to do?
Not that I've heard of at this point, and I know it's at least initially Kensington, my publisher, wasn't really pushing for it because they wanted people to get the, like since
Yes.
we did the fancier edition.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not going to really gun for that at the moment, but I don't know. We'll see down the road, maybe.
Yeah.
I did originally.
No, this is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and
When I originally self-published, this is like a faux leather cover.
That's beautiful.
We did like a super deluxe, so it's got all of these foiling colors on it and gilded edges and illustrated in sheets and like the ribbon bookmark, and it's got the little bumpies on the spine, the hubs on the spine. So
Where can I get that one?
It's not for sale anymore. But it is like I'm in talks with my publisher, and this one I did ahead of publication. It was like a special way I wanted to fund publishing the book, and it also ended up being a really good marketing tool, which was not necessarily anticipated, but it was great. And I was planning when I was self-publishing to do one for each book to fund each publication, and it's a little bit of a gift to me that I don't have to do that ahead of the release, because it's just like so much work.
Yes, I'm sure.
But hopefully we'll be able to do, like, maybe someday a Kickstarter for really fancy editions for the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's my ideal situation.
Because like when we started reading this and talking about it, Aubrey was like, I don't know anything about King Arthur or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, I watched The Sword and the Stone Disney when I was 14, like whatever. So the question that I have, and Jenna is very knowledgeable about Arthurian lore.
I took a whole Arthur class when I did my master's.
I'm so jealous.
It was so great.
If somebody loved this book and they've never read anything in this realm, do you have any other like book recommendations for Arthurian fictional stories?
And this is the fun thing, is that there are so many of them. The classics they're great. They're foundational. They're also a little bit rough because you've got all of the sexism like really rife in them. But I don't want to use a terrible term, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because they're so good to be found in those. But in terms of like more modern stuff, I loved Lev Grossman's The Bright Sword, which came out last year. Yeah, and it's very different. Like it's a really long book, and it kind of follows the style of Le Morte d'Arthur, which is the Thomas Mallory's edition from the 15th century. But it like meanders through the journeys of the knights, but it really ties it all together, and it's so masterfully done. And I really like Tracy Dion's Legendborn cycle. It's a YA modern day take where it's like kind of some descendants of the Arthurian lore, and really cool, really cool storytelling. Sophie Keach, I believe is her name. She has a trilogy as well, and I think the third one just came out. And the first one is Morgan Is My Name, so it's another take on female characters and legends. And then the kind of the I guess quote unquote feminist classic is The Mists of Avalon, which I love. And I struggle now to recommend it. It's that kind of tricky thing of, she as an author, like later on it's been revealed there was a lot of like nasty abuse things that went on from her to kids in her life.
I didn't.
I know. So this is the very challenging piece of like appreciating art, and also trying to be really honest about what that means when the author is
problematic.
Problematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read Mists of Avalon for the first time when I was 14.
Did you really? Got it right. It's like, and this is very small print, very thin pages. It's very charming. Small print, thin pages. Let's look at the page count. 890 pages, maybe. It's a really long book.
Wow.
876. Yeah, but yeah, I loved this one growing up, and like mysticism and a lot of the women of the legends. But she also does Guinevere dirty, so I was like,
she does.
Justice for Guinevere.
Guinevere deserves better.
So
okay,
sad.
I have another question. I just thought of this. This is what you're in our book club now. Okay, so this is first question we all ask each other is, what are you reading right now?
Oh, okay. Right now, I'm reading. I gotta look at the title on my phone.
She's one of us. Like, wait, well, who's it? What am I reading?
It's The Echo Below by Heather Cavill, and it is a sort of like coastal speculative fiction mystery, like mysterious sea ocean business going on, and it's really fun. Blood Singer.
Yes.
So I just finished that one, so I'm excited because I'm doing her author event Tuesday.
So that'll be
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Yeah.
Juliet Cross.
Yeah, Juliet Cross. Yeah.
Oh, girl, you're good memory.
Cynthia. Okay, the other question we always ask. Who is your
Yes.
book boyfriend?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Book boyfriend. Well, I mean, my book boyfriend is Arthur.
That's what you said.
I
My
said it's
book
gotta be
boyfriend's-
King Arthur.
Give me a
Cassian.
stall.
I'm a
Oh, yeah.
Cassian girl all day, every day.
Yes.
I like Dorian, but I also like Luther
Yeah,
from
Luther.
Spark of the Everflame.
I knew you were gonna. Is
Oh,
Luther still your main
yeah.
queen?
He and Reese are like
Yeah.
neck and neck.
Yeah.
Okay, I
So that
did-
makes us
All,
Wait,
not all.
I will tell everybody here. I still got duped by Nolan from what was
Good Spirit.
from Good Spirits this Christmas
Oh.
book. I'm like, dethroned Cassian. Don't tell Cassian, but like they're neck and neck. I don't know Nolan.
Why have I not thought about this enough? God.
Rita said, because you're normal.
Oh no, I'm not, because I just make up imaginary book boyfriends and
Oh,
write
there you
them.
go.
So I don't know that I'm normal. I think I'm a special kind of twisted.
Misty, who's your book boyfriend?
I mean, everybody loves Zayden, but
Zayden, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, okay. Fourth wing.
Yeah.
No.
I
kidding,
choose.
no.
I choose. I choose.
Yeah.
Big.
I think I'm gonna go wild, and I'm gonna say Jon Snow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got universal approval from the room.
Okay.
Well, I don't know who that is except he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No, they killed a dog like 3 episodes
I
in. I'm like,
know.
I'm out.
Oh.
You kill the
I
people,
know.
not the dogs. Well, see, I can't do
But
that.
then there's
No.
vengeance.
Oh.
She's talking about the dire wolf.
Oh yeah.
It's still a puppy.
I know.
Wolf
It's
puppy.
rough.
Oh,
I know.
my sweet girl.
I know it breaks my heart. I mean,
Oh, I stopped when I was reading Throne of Glass, and I thought that the dog was donezo. I was like, I'm done. My best friend was like, you have to read these books. You have to read these books. And I was like, no, I'm done. So she had to like spoil a few things for me.
no,
Yeah.
the dog is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the dog? It starts with an S. It's like Fleecefoot.
Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot. I
Nice.
was close.
You were very close.
Very close.
Yeah.
Fleetfoot is that book with the creepy pictures. in it.
Yes.
That's what that
yes.
is. But so have you finished writing book 2? I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yep. Book 2 is deep in editing. So all of my developmental, like big picture edits are done. My publisher has had it. They've been doing copy edits for like a month. So I should get that back really soon to be like approve. And then we'll be really rolling. Like we'll be formatting and proofing and
I think it's going to be about the same length as this one.
yes. It's just a tiny bit longer. Let's see. Yeah, it's just like maybe 5,000 words longer. Yeah, about the same length though.
Have you started writing book 3?
No, I'm giving myself I'm giving myself permission to not write unless I just like can't control myself and I have to write something.
Yeah.
To not work on it until book 2 is done, like until it is into proofing, and then I'll start working on it. But I'm just letting myself be a little distracted and flit around to other books.
Yeah. You deserve it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, do you have any ideas percolating for after you finish this series, for another series or a standalone, or?
So yes, I have I'm writing 2 because I can't pick which one I want to write the most right now. I'm writing 2 like one-shot standalones, and one is a romance, no fantasy, which it's like a 90s boy band inspired romance, which is
Love it.
great fun. And the other is a Gold Rush era Western romantasy. So a lot of adventure and romance, and the fantasy is there, but it's lighter than in this story, in the Guinevere story. But then I also have, and I think the thing that will come after that, it's a Cinderella retelling that is sort of like a wrong prince situation. And that one is fantasy all the way, and it kind of same thing happened. Like originally when I was writing The Once a Future Queen, I thought it was just going to be one book. And then by the time I was finished writing, I was like, oh, it's a trilogy. And I hadn't even started writing the Cinderella one, and like I don't know what I was listening to something, and this song from the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack came on my playlist, and all of a sudden the one shot standalone Cinderella retelling, I was like, oh my god, there's a sequel, and it happens that there's pirates in the sequel.
Oh, we like pirates.
We like pirates.
We take to the sea.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
that one's also a trilogy, and that world just expanded, which is so exciting, but is also so daunting because it's like, oh my god, that's so much story.
But that's good though. We like stories, don't we?
Yeah.
What is it? The Bible says, of the writing of many books, there is no end. It's in Proverbs.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, I have one more question I just thought of.
Yeah, hit me.
As the second book is coming out, and obviously, you know, you just heard a snippet of us coming up with theories. How do you protect your own like creative integrity and not be influenced by your fans?
Oh, that's such an interesting question, and I haven't really thought too much about it, but partly because the main shape of the story, like where we're gonna end up, I know that. Like I could write the last chapter right now.
Great.
But and there are some things in the in between that are a little bit malleable, and the characters kind of drive that in a way that feels very magical. Like it feels very woo woo and external, and like that I'm a conduit. You guys are just coming through. But so yeah, I don't really like. There are plenty of things that people will say here, there, and everywhere where I'm like, "Ooh, you might hate what's coming." But it just, so I don't. Thankfully, that hasn't really been. I just enjoy hearing what people have to say about it, and when they get it right and when they get it wrong, I just try to like.
Poker face.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, how has your family and friends reacted to this? And
That's a good question.
Yeah. My parents and my sister, I don't think anybody's less surprised. Is that what I mean? They are not surprised at all.
You're not surprised.
Because I've always wanted to write books, and like they very much treated, like my mom and dad especially very much were like, it really wasn't a matter, well, they didn't think it was a matter of
I remember that.
when, if they thought it was a matter of when, which is so cool. And I mean, my husband is super supportive, and my friends are like, my tightest friends are my first readers. I'll finish a chapter when I'm rough drafting, and I'll record myself reading it, and I'll send them the recording to listen to. And that sort of fuels me on. I definitely don't write in a silo the way a lot of folks do. It just has never worked for me. So I kind of need a little group of people who care about the story, who are like, we have to know what happens, to help me feel incentivized to keep writing.
okay.
And not get like stuck in my own head, because I think if it's just me, I do the thing where I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe this is dumb, and I'm more apt to set it aside. Well, although that's changed, as like now that I've done the thing, I've written the book, I can trust it. So I feel a little bit less of a need to do that now. We mostly do it for fun and community.
This is going back all the way to the beginning. Like, what about, I mean, you've said that you've been very passionate about Camelot and this Arthurian lore from a very young age. Like, what about that were you drawn to originally versus some other lores? I've thought about this a lot, because I'm not entirely sure, because I've always felt this draw to Guinevere even before I knew anything about her as a character, and I don't really know what that is, but I'm grateful for it. But I think the legend in general is more like, the thing that I love is the idea, the sword and the stone piece of it all, of the, like, it's just this random kid who comes across the sword and pulls it out, and that anybody can be the person who makes the difference in the world. And that is,
I don't know, I guess from a kind of a spiritual perspective of call and purpose. And I just feel like everybody's got this really special thing that shines. You can't talk to somebody for more than 10 minutes and get deep into a conversation without seeing like everybody's got that special spark.
Yeah.
And it's just the finding like your sword in the stone moment to let it shine. So I think that's the thing that I love the most about it is it's just like this kid is in the right place at the right time to find this slice of call and destiny and purpose and to make the choice to like he could have walked right by the sword, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, that's great.
So I like the core of it.
Yeah.
We were talking, and Aubrey was again like saying, I don't know much about it. And I'm like, oh, there's this movie you need to watch. Can you guess which movie I was going to recommend? Don't say. Let's see if she gets. What movie do you think I was going to say? You've got to watch it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're referencing the one that. So, the one that I feel some tethers to is A Kid in King Arthur's Court from the early 90s.
Good one. I was saying Excalibur because, like, if you want to get
also, I know that was the other one. There are so many, and so that is the other thing about the Arthurian legend, which I didn't know was a thing until I really got into it. It's that it comes from just this seed of like the earliest thing about Arthur is just a mention of like this great leader named Arthur. And then slowly over time, this evolves into this huge story. And every time period that has written Arthurian stories has put their culture, their fashion, their customs, their lives, have like laid it over the story. And that tradition has continued on through us. So I just think it's so cool that there's no canon. There's just this malleable root of a legend that has called to people throughout all the centuries since it was first mentioned. So I also love that. I love all of the iterations, and Excalibur is great fun.
It's so good. It's so like, it's good. I mean,
she told me I can't watch it without her. She like wants to watch me react.
I do. I want to watch you react. No, Paula, thank you so much. I know I really just appreciate you jumping in. I was so excited about the book. I was like, can we add this to book club? Because I loved it. And what did you rate it?
5 stars. I don't give out 5 stars. And I know you're the author, so I'm not saying that to like, I do not. If I don't think it's a 5-star, I don't. But I had so much fun with this, and I tend to not like stories where I want them to just get together.
Yeah.
But like, the yearning in this one got me, and so
I
had
a reason really
to. Yes.
The side characters kind of made it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The side. I need a side character so bad, and like I was all in on the side characters. I can't wait to see. How some of the even more minor side characters grow, because I'm sure you got a plan for them. So I'm excited about it.
I want to road trip with Lancelot.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
The most fun.
Vegas. Can you imagine him in Vegas?
You have to put him on a leash.
Oh, yes, I can. Absolutely can.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So actually I have a couple of friends so no character I write is ever like 100% based on somebody, but there are people who show up in characters, and my best friend here in Kansas City shows up in Lancelot. And then my best friend in California, he also shows up in Lancelot. And he is coming with me to see the Backstreet Boys this summer. So in a way, I'm having a little bit of that road trip with Lancelot.
Yay! That's so good.
So good.
Go for it. If you're ever in Alabama, you have friends here.
Yes.
We'd love, if you're ever coming through, please reach out to us, and we'll
take you out to
take
dinner.
you out of town.
Yes.
We'll go party. That sounds so great. Thanks, guys. It's so good to meet you. And thank you again so much for reading this book and for your kind words. I just, like, it's so fun to talk about the book, and it's so fun. Like, this is this thing that I've been daydreaming about since like 2009 when the idea first was born. And like the fact that there are people, strangers, not strangers anymore, but strangers on the internet who read it. I mean, it's just such a gift. So thanks, guys.
Aww.
Well, thank you. And thank you for sharing your gifts with us. And we are eagerly awaiting book number 2.
Yes.
Yay!
And everybody,
Soon.
happy reading.
Happy
Happy
reading.
reading.
Happy reading. Bye, you guys.
Bye.